Hey guys, and welcome to a very special video today. I got none other than George himself, the winner from the PP Regionals. How are you today, man?
Hey, good. How are you?
Great, great. Thanks for taking some time out of your day. I know you're tired from all
Yeah,
those
very
countless
sleep mode
battles,
right
right?
now.
So I know there's pictures already floating around of your deck profile, so we don't have to spend too much time on it, but it'd be cool to just go through it real quick and
Yeah,
just give your input, and so go ahead and take it away.
yeah, for sure. So many of you might know, but I did play Belphemon yesterday to go 8-0 in the regionals. Yeah, it was a grind. I'll explain the deck list, the reasons why I chose some cards, and I'll go over matchups, and yeah. So starting off, I have the 4-day Mera. The deck is a draw and discard deck, so it just helps to facilitate your hand and dig further into see your key pieces. But yeah, 4-day Mera. For the level 3s, we play for Proto Gizmon. He's a memory choke. He's a memory choker set you at a 1 by deleting one of your rookies. So he's very strong. He also floats into your other Gizmons to the 4s and 5s. So yeah, very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Play 4 of
Okay.
those. We
Did
play. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you ever try? Probably not because Demi Miramon is just so good. But did you ever try any other Digieggs?
I did think about the BT6 one. The one that says if a card's discarded from your hands or something, draw a card. Remember
Gotcha.
that?
Yeah.
You don't need to because your cards want to get deleted anyways.
Correct. Yeah.
Uh, so this is always just a better egg.
Agree.
Uh, for the rookies, we all play 3 Psychmon. This is for the Royal Knight matchup.
Had a lot of those, huh?
Yeah, I had 3 of those, and this card came in clutch against the Royal Knight matchups. So a ruling is you can delete your own Psychmon before you reduce the cost. So if you were to play your Gizmons, you can delete your Psychmon first, and then it'll be reduced. So this
Okay.
doesn't really hinder you as much, but it does hinder Royal Knights tremendously. You can just play this, and then if they delete it with like Marcus or Pokemon, you have a way to cycle through your deck to be able to keep getting it back through the means of Astamon. The inheritable is
Yeah.
every time a card is discarded from your hand, play level 4 or lower. So if you have the Tamer established or the Phascomon inheritable
Hmm.
to draw one, pitch one, at the end of the turn, you always bring back Psychmon, which I did against a Royal Knight player, the first one. I just kept bringing back Psychmon, and it didn't matter if they deleted it or not. It's kept getting
Gotcha.
outfield.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 Psychmon and then 4 Phascomon. Not only does it have a very strong effect being on deletion, draw one, pitch one, it's also very strong and heritable because you only essentially have like 2 outlets
Hmm.
that are card effects that you don't have to trigger to be able to draw one discard on your opponent's turn, which is this and the Tamer. But if they don't attack, um, if they do attack, then you have sleep mode to just be able to discard cards to negate the attack. But if they don't attack because they know how to play against the matchup, and
Yeah.
they just wait to just not attack and
Yeah.
free resources off
Hmm.
Astamon, then this card comes in clutch. It's for sure really good for the inheritable and for the just being able to just draw and discard more cards to be able to go through your deck faster.
Yeah, which is awesome too, because it kind of helps you kind of put cards that you want in your trash as opposed to
Yeah, for sure.
effects that.
Because you
Yeah.
wanna be able to truly be able to discard your cards in free will and not like
Hmm.
randomly mill. Because you wanna structure your hand so that way you have combo. Uh, a lot of people were talking to me about how they wanted to play Doberman on their list, where you just mill up top. I think it's 2 or 3, and add back a purple Digimon or Tamer. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. It makes sense. But and the way I play this list, I highly prioritize drawing and discarding and not just
Yeah.
milling from top of my deck. So onto level 4s, we do play 4 of the Gizmon AT. Again, self-explanatory, delete your level 3, draw 2, pitch 2. It's a 2 cost that says draw 2, discard 2. One of the very, very strong level 4. Very strong. And it sort of floats to level 5. So yeah, just 4 of those. We play 2 Digimon blocker, like I mentioned earlier. It does come up where, like against Shine, not really against Shine, because it is DP reduce it. But like,
Hmm.
I say if I played against a raid matchup, which I didn't, but if I did, I can just stop the attack with sleep mode, bring this back, and if they have like the raid wargate where it restands, and
Yeah.
swing over sleep mode again, I
Now
have
you could
Digimon
just block it.
blocker.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
So yeah, 2 of those. We play 4 scatter and 1 regular Eismon. Scatter mode's very strong. It says net 1 to be able to just keep hands. I only use this primarily if I'm trying to unbrick myself, or if I'm like in mid to late game where I only have 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand, and I want to just keep facilitating and increasing my hand size.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this card's also probably one of the stronger cards in the game in my deck, because just being able to just play itself for free and then Digivolve into Astamon over it is super strong. Going on to level 5s, we do play only 3 of the Gizmon XT. We don't play 4. A lot of people ask me why I only play 3. I think the card's a brick. This only is very strong if you have like turn 1 scatter mode, which, you know, that's only if SkyMon doesn't die. Because you're trying to make it die, because you're trying to have of course, the draw 3 pitch 2. But also, if you don't have the Tamer, this is just honestly just a blocker, which isn't really strong. But with the Tamer combo, now it's very strong. But yeah, only 3. I never really wanted 4. So that's that. We play 4 Asamon. He's one of the strongest cards in your deck, based just going into sleep mode for reduced cost of free, and also being able to have a strong inheritable, bringing back level 4s on their turn. Drawing and discarding with the level 4, being able to bring a blocker back, or scatter mode to net 1 is very strong. Or bring back Psychmon to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just 4 Astamon, that's my level 5s. So for level 6s, I do play, of course, for sleep mode, he's your heart and soul of the deck, as well as for rage mode, he's your aggro of the deck. I wouldn't cut any of these cards. I would play 4 and 4. I would not go down to 3. These are all mandatory. A tech option that I did end up running was 2 Nidhogg.
I saw that.
I don't consider this a level 6. I consider it a Hammer Spark. Because
gain memory. That's all you're gonna do with it, right?
That's literally all I'm doing with it. I'm not evolving over my level 5s into this. I'm literally just discarding it to be able to have a Hammer Spark ability.
Gotcha.
Because this deck doesn't play any memory setters. So being able to gain that memory back to do memory combos is very strong. Or on their turn, you can, you know, make them lose memory. When they swing, you do sleep mode effect, trash 2, trash Nidhogg.
Oh, yeah. And how was it running it at 2?
Super strong, you know. I had it when I needed it. I can also just bring it back off calling, which I did a lot. I would always bring back a sleep mode or Nidhogg with calling, so I just have more Hammer Sparks in my hands.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so Nidhogg was very, very MVP. Speaking of MVP, this was not MVP.
Oh, okay.
This was probably the worst card in my deck. Didn't do anything at all. If I were to cut this for any other card, it would be either the BT6 Antmon, where it says discard a card, add back the Demon Lord. So one of
That's interesting.
Which is primarily going to be the sleep mode, but yeah, this card did nothing.
That was actually one of the questions I was going to ask when we were done, is how did Zwart perform for you? Did you end up using it at any of your matches?
I used it once, and it didn't even matter. It didn't even do anything. It just milled 3 to just say, I'm a Zwart, hi. That's all it did. I'd rather just have rage mode, sleep mode all day, and just rather than being a Zwart. But yeah, definitely cutting for sure.
So moving on, are you planning to cut that card? Do you still plan to keep it?
No, I'm cutting it today. I'm just showing what I played in tournament, but as soon as it's over, gone. Okay.
Do you know what you're replacing it for with?
The BT6 Antmon, which is
the Antmon. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have 8 Digivolve rookies, while also having 4 of the deleted Demimera to play.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, this card bad. I wouldn't play it. Only reason why you run in the list is because you have like level 7 target in your hand for this card in your security, or you just be able to bring back another sleep mode, have Zwart another sleep mode. But I mean, again, you'd rather just have sleep mode combo with rage. Yeah,
I figured it'd be kind of a late play type of card. Like if to bring out some blockers and help you survive an extra turn if you need it or something like that.
Your deck is so aggro that like it doesn't even matter. Rage mode itself just swings for 4 checks.
It's nuts.
Yeah, super dumb. Deck is very strong. So yeah, we don't cut this. We don't play this anymore. This card's bad. Options, I do play one calling if because you do have a low hand count majority of your game, and if you're like low on resources, this will help you bring back your resources.
Okay. Was there a specific, obviously besides the scatter modes, but that's probably usually what you would use, correct? Like if, for example, you swing, they
Or like
didn't
the
die.
Gizmons, because they float. You just want to like calling one of your Gizmons, and then you bring back a different Gizmon.
Gotcha.
So that way you don't inherently lose a body.
Now, now obviously that card is limited. Would you up it if it wasn't?
Probably 2. I wouldn't need more than 2 because your deck primarily wants to stay at 6 or less, and this plays
it's adding more.
Add 2. Yeah. So you're +1 in your hand size count, which you want to stay below the 6 hand threshold. So probably
Correct.
2. So 2 would be fine, honestly. Moving on to the different options, I play 3 Mem Boosts. Again, this deck doesn't have any way of setting your memory, so this is your memory setter. While also digging for your pieces. People ask why I don't play Analog Youth instead. I don't mind bottom decking my pieces because you only play this if you have like set up for Astamon next turn. So that way you can just burn the Mem Boost, go to 3 or whatever they set you at, you gain 2 extra. Play your rookie or whatever you need to play, and then Digivolve into Asta or hard play Asta for 7. So that way you can just get your sleep mode combo off. But
gotcha,
okay. This is very strong. And plus you don't really delete your level 5 or higher Digimon that have sources in this deck. So like Analog, second effect to be able to gain a memory.
Yeah,
it comes up in this list.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna want to pop your own Belphemon, right?
Exactly. So Mem Boost definitely I prefer over Analog Youth any day in this list. I get the logic why people would play Analog, but me personally, I feel like the memory with the Nidhogs and the Mem Boost help the deck's consistency.
Correct. Yeah. Now, obviously, I don't think you had any matchups, which we'll talk about towards the end, but. Have you had matchups maybe outside the tournament where maybe you had a mirror match or a Gazimon came out and like they memory choked you? How was it getting around that?
So people always ask like, hey, how do you deal with Belphemon and all that stuff? I primarily just try to go into Rage as fast as possible because the decks that do play like Belphemon and stuff, what would be like Yellow Hybrid, I guess. Like you have a good matchup against Yellow Hybrid anyways, which I did play round 1. Other decks, like say the mirror match, like Gazi, that depends honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
I personally haven't played the mirror match, but I feel like it's more like pilot reliant on the mirror, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, it's like you said too. I mean, Rage mode will just clear them out for you.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like whoever drops to sleep mode first with Rage underneath wins. I don't know. I'm speculating because I never played the mirror, but judging from like the deck's performance and how it goes through the matches, I feel like in the mirror for Gazi, just hard playing sleep mode first, just to clear out the Gazi with Rage next turn. But yeah. Let's see. For our last 3 options, I do play 3 gifts. I did play it at 2. I did a last minute decision to bump it to 3. I was playing 4 to level 5, and I bumped it down to. I lowered it down to 3 to play a 3rd one of this. Definitely the best decision I made. I saw this my first security like twice to be able to wipe MirageGaogamons and stuff like that.
That hurt.
And shines and stuff. So, and being able to just play from hand to just delete their level 7s or level 6s if you didn't kill them with a tamer, because the tamer deletes the level 6s. So if you didn't kill the level 6, you can just kill the level 6 with the gift. But yeah, gift's broken. I wouldn't cut it down to 2. I keep it at 3.
Yeah, I've seen some profiles that they actually don't really run it.
Really?
I don't understand why, but
this card is a bomb. It's essentially like a security bomb.
Yeah.
If you're like behind in game, this being in security will save you. It'll clutch you. But yeah, and then of course last 3 cards I play are 3 Tamers. I wouldn't play 4. I saw it enough at 3 because I discarded a lot, so that way I could bring it back up to level 5. Gizmon. So yeah, that's the list.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks for sharing, man. Do wanted to ask you, obviously, some questions which people have been asking. You kind of answered a lot of them already.
Yeah.
So we talked about Shine for a little bit. How was it playing against it? What was your mindset, going into, once you, obviously when they hatched the Koromon, it's like, okay, well, I'm going against Shine.
Yeah.
So once you kind of knew what you were up against, specifically in this case Shine, how did you, what was your thought process? How did you say, okay, this is how I'm gonna handle Shine?
Honestly, try to be as fast as them or faster. I tried to keep hands that were Gizmon heavy, so that way I can climb the chain. And being able to just ask them on my Gizmons away to be able to have early like turn 2 or turn 3 rage mode setup was my entire game plan against Shine. If they had combo with burst mode, they had combo.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I did my best to stop an attack with sleep mode, bring back the Devimon, and of course they're gonna DP reduce the Devimon. They trash my security, and yeah, but a lot of the times when I played against ShineGreymon yesterday, I was very fortunate. My first ShineGrey opponent, he didn't have the Rise Greymon to Digivolve. Game 3 to be able to go into Shine.
Okay.
He had to play Kudamon for 3, go to 0, and then he just couldn't see it. So I was very fortunate there. My second ShineGrey opponent, he actually DP reduced my sleep mode by 22k.
22k.
That ended to the end of my turn. Huh. So he did. So he had Ruin mode, and he Digivolved to Ruin mode, and then he swung with the Ruin mode. So it did minus 10k to my field to the end of my turn, and then he used the 8 cost option to minus 12k to my.
Oh wow.
To the end of my turn. So when I went back to rage mode, it was dead. But I did have 8 memory to work with, so I was able to just come back with 8 memory.
That's insane. 20 minus 22.
Yeah, so that was my game 3 against the other Shine. Come back with 8 memory, and then the third Shine, it was a 2-0. He didn't really, let's say, like do Shine things, unfortunately. We had a deck check that round where we had to show the judges our deck list and whatever.
Okay.
So everything was a deck list order. So as soon as we came back to play, we power shuffled like 3 times. We gotta get our deck out of deck list order.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, when I drew my hands, I had 2 sleeps, a rage, a Nidhogg, and like a tamer or something. So I was like, oh boy, please do not do this to me now, deck.
Oh.
I've gone so far, and I can't lose because my deck decided to not be able to be playable. But we did power shuffle again, and the deck was fixed, and I was able to perform. So
that's
and
good
he
for
couldn't
you.
Really perform, which kind of
he got the short end of the stick, unfortunately.
Yeah, I felt bad, but yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, that was just my Shine matchups. Go ahead.
Well, I know we already. Well, I guess we'll stay on this topic, right? So you did face against one Mirage, right?
Yeah,
so,
it was one Mirage.
So how was that? How was your? I guess same question. What was your mentality once you knew what it was? How were you gonna approach it?
I knew the Mirage matchup, so I tried to swing with my Gizmons as soon as I can, because I know they're gonna get bounced.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just try to do chip damage as quick as possible, so that way I can go into rage, be able to just swing for game while having this.
Okay.
But Mirage is a 50-50 matchup for Belphemon, only because of the fact that if I don't have combo, they can just bring back my resources back to hand, and now I'm behind the entire game. Shine is a 40-60, 40 being in my favor. So I was very fortunate.
Yeah, man,
I beat all 3 Shines in a
those
row.
were definitely uphill battles for you, man.
Yes, Shine is definitely a huge uphill battle.
But this is good because now that you won, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Shine won't see a ban list.
I don't know if I can influence Bandai. But if you're watching, Bandai, please leave my sleepy boy alone.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Especially if it's the only one we have right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But yeah.
and then last but not least, obviously you won against Royal Knights.
Yeah, it was 3 Royal Knights. My first 2 Royal Knight opponents. So the first one, it was just Psychmon luck. Like I said, it was Astamon bringing back Psychmon every end of turn. You couldn't deal with it every time. So
Yeah.
I got that 2-0. The second RK opponent, he beat me actually game, or did he beat me? No. It was 2-0, but he almost beat me because I had 0 security. So he went to Omni to bring out 5 Royal Knights,
Uh-huh.
and then he kept turn, and he hard play a system on CL. So he had 6 wings, and my
He didn't
board was
take it.
gone. And yeah, he was able to just do all my security checks.
Oh,
And I
okay.
had enough to where I can stop 1 attack, and then I was able to bring back the Devimon blocker. So then when he swung with the last security for game, I just blocked the Devimon blocker, and I was able to just come back and deal. I'll be able to chip hit away his fields, doing Tamer's effects. I had to get 2 of these on fields, delete 2 of the Royal Knights, and then do gift, delete 1 more. And then when he came back to my turn, but I also had, the sleep mode to be able to go back to rage mode, stop an attack, Devimon blocker again, so he couldn't kill me, and then kill him in a crackback.
I would have been so pissed if I was like,
yeah, it was scary.
So close.
He literally had me on death, and I came back.
Man, that's awesome for you though.
Yeah, that was my second Royal Knight, and then the last one was the finals. He did beat me game 1. If you guys watched Mario's stream, he did beat me. It was scary. I was like, oh, am I about to lose? But I did see Psychmon all 3 games. So Psychmon was clutch, being able to just keep this on fields and do my rage mode stuff, being able to just do checks, bring out Psychmon, do more checks next turn, and bring out Psychmon was very strong.
Awesome. So that's gonna lead to my next question. It's probably gonna be Psychmon, but what was the MVP card for you, man?
Let's see here. The little pink boy against Royal Knights.
For sure.
Honestly, every card in this deck has its purpose.
Like besides Sword, but yeah.
Besides, we don't consider that card. But yeah, this is for the Royal Knight matchup. Let's see.
I mean, Asta and Psych just work so well together.
Asta's for every matchup because this card's always broken.
Yeah.
Nidhogg's for like the Shine matchup when they pay 1 for Marcus and be able to just gain more memory so that I don't keep turn with like Digivolves.
Yeah.
Rage mode, of course, every matchup. The Tamer for the Royal Knight matchup and the Shine matchup, and actually even the Mirage matchup, because they all bring out level 6s. This popping level 6s is always strong.
Yeah.
Let's see here. But I mean, yeah, just Psychmon honestly was MVP for Royal Knights.
Playtesting. Before, talk to me before tournament, how did you plan? How much did you play?
Yeah. So I've been playing Belphemon since release. I would playtest about 5 matches a day. And then of course locals, I'll play in every locals I can attend to. I was always practicing. I was waiting for Belphemon to be released before it was released. So just learning matchups and learning the interactions between each matchup is very strong, because if you don't know how to play against a certain deck, they can just steamroll you. And if you do like your blocks incorrectly, if you do like your sleep mode negate attacks incorrectly, they can come and bite you back, because they can just swing over the sleep mode, or they can take advantage of the fact that you discarded a card quick enough when you bring back something with Asta, and then they delete your mon that goes back with Asta. Just small things like that come a long way, because this deck is a very like resource management deck, so you have to know when to do certain things and at what times.
Because I'm thinking of Mirage. If they would have had the BT12, BT11 one?
The gain memory one?
Or yeah, that could.
One? Yeah.
No, the gain memory one. That would have been very, very. I think that's like a bad matchup towards Belpha. Especially especially if it's not, if you know if it's been if they don't have no way of gaining memory procking his all turns effect when you do trash a card and draw one. That can be, yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but I mean, I consider it more of a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
The only
Yeah,
thing I'm afraid of in that deck is honestly the evade one, because you don't really have like good ways to like kill the evade. Because you go to level 6, they delete it. You try to delete it, it evades, and then when you go into your Gizmon, your Gizmons and the turns to like draw pitch, whatever, they just restand because you drew a card off of a card effect. So,
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. So you have to play you have to play very intelligently in that matchup and know when to draw cards and not know what to not draw cards, because they can abuse the fact that they gain memory and pass your turn and then you're behind.
Gotcha. Okay. And I probably should ask this from the very beginning. Tell us about yourself.
Oh,
How
yeah,
long have you been playing the TCG?
Yeah, for sure. I've been playing since BT1. I actually proxied the cards before they even got released in the States.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I always enjoyed Digimon. I love the game. I love the community. Everybody's awesome. The game is super fun. I came from a Yu-Gi-Oh background, so I'm very glad that I quit Yu-Gi-Oh full time to play Digimon full time. I prefer it over Yu-Gi-Oh any day. The game is much more cheaper, much more fun, and yeah.
And you won't lose in the first turn.
Right. You don't get
Not yet, at least. Hopefully not. But
not yet. But yeah, I consider Yu-Gi-Oh to be like a dice roll game. Like whoever wins the dice roll just wins the entire match, honestly.
yeah.
And that's not fun. You play these games to be able to just go back and forth interactions. I've always been the type of person that has interactions in my decks. So yeah.
What are you looking forward to playing? I don't know if you've seen you probably have, but the release of Leviathan or it's gonna come out.
Yeah. I saw that.
That's gonna be
It's
so nasty.
fun. Yes. Probably Leviathan, honestly. If not that, I'm a big fan of Mastemon. A lot of people know me for Mastemon. So honestly, I might play Mastemon. I've always loved that archetype. She got new tools coming in.
Just so strong.
Yeah, the new Geo Gray, being able to play a yellow tamer, which is like Mireille or your TK, is strong. And then being able to like next set have the Patamon and the Angemon and everything, just everything. There's a lot of new yellow purple support coming out, so I'm excited for that too.
Yeah. Do you have a profile for Mastemon? Have you done one, or are you playing around with her, or not yet?
Not yet. I have one for the current, but she's not built at the moment. I just have it on my phone. But soon, when I top an event again, with Mastemon for sure, I'm down.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you, and good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you.